usual zombie behavior. However, she's made little progress thus far, and so Wyland has asked you to seek her out and offer whatever assistance you can. Considering her recent frustrations, Wyland suspects that Nashu can be found praying at the grave of her mentor in Camp Drybone's Lich-Yard. I'm recording this because I think my mother will find these quests funny. I'm not going to talk much. In fact, I'll be muted most of the time. I'll only, read things. Why don't I just leave things unmuted? That way I don't have to keep tabbing in and out. Oh, if you were still alive, Inspector, you'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Nashu, Agent of Inquiries. Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... character has the ability to read people's minds. It's a plot point for the main story. This is all a joke. A big, funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildibrand Manderville, beloved son. Oh, they say no one remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces, all are gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman hero Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader. a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Fanlin, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. So, the astutely eyed will notice that my character's last name is the same as this guy's last name. My fiancée has it. I took her last name when I made my character, and it is her roleplay that she is this deceased character's brother. I'm marrying into the family. It's an exceptionally wealthy family in the game. Sadly, less so in real life. Now I have to find the fallen corpse's rise and style fate, which could actually take one. If it's not running when I get there, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording while I wait for it. Oh, it's right there. Fly unicorn. We have zombies to trigger. Still trying. Zombies, where are you? There you are. Doing dapper things. I think we may be seeing Kaori Ray here for a bit, because Kaori was here for the wait. Where on earth am I supposed to go? Oh, back to Camp Dragon. Need to show it to Nashu. We may see that Kaori fella again. Fate. So either ran into it by accident or is doing the same quest. Yes, we have gone down to see the zombies. We saw they were indeed dapper, and that they weren't interested in being our friends, sadly. I suppose we'll have to see if Nashu has any other ideas about how to find and kill their dapper leader. Hello, Nashu. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful! I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Oh, I actually found a curious parchment. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. Oh, that's a shame. This parchment. This is a map of the Saga Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south. And look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Segoli. Right, back we go. I should turn off notifications for a bit, because otherwise it's going to keep pinging in my ear. So, if we look at our map, we can see... I have a couple quests I forgot to do here. I'll do them later. You can see that there's a tag down here in the far south of the Segoli. And fortunately, my unicorn can fly. We are the Great Inspector's assistant. Or, well, the future Great Inspector's assistant. Also being the warrior of light and, like, savior of Eorzea. Oh, no. Here we are. I sure hope those pikemen don't cause us a problem. Greetings, Nashu. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we've come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. A gentleman is rather than does. Who summons the gentle dead men? They're alive. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Spare these two fair ladies your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand.
Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire.
What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector.
Inspector, overlord, inspector, overlord.
Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours.
Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy me.
If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying.
See? Even you acknowledge the possibility this plan may result in my... death. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution.
Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildibrand remembers me!
Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... what is this place? And for that matter, who am I? I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last.
I always knew you'd come back to us.
Be it red moon or black dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine lady be? Could she perhaps be one of my many admirers? What is this faint, tingling sensation in my arm, this ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case?
That's right. This quest chain is a zombie detective. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling.
Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil.
Oh, which way did he go, Barbara? Did you see him? Oh dear, I've got to find him. And change my outfit too. Well, we are to go to Ul'dah. Now, as far as the main story is concerned, I'm a criminal here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okie dokie's cute. Everyone else is rather plain. Okie dokie's plain too. Oh yes, we have to ask some questions to people. And as I'm making this for my mother, who will probably not get this far, but if she does, she'll be the only one really watching. All the blue names you see are actually other players. Online game, etc. I'm supposed to block out that window. It's fine. Hello, Agnes. I beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running around town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. No. That fixes that problem. Hello, Silver Nettle. What have you to say about this alleged pervert?
What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander what likes to catch criminals? I think I remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamned duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard.
That's in the guild. Sorry, lass, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Lyman. Only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. But when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Invalid target. Accidentally cast my spell. We have a duelist afoot. Or a mugger, perhaps is a better term. It's gonna cost money. But we need to speak to Wyman. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Well, that's right, Wyman is the person that gave us this quest originally.
Wyman. Hey, Wyman.
Thal almighty bucket me with a bleeding spear, the dead have risen, and they're walking the streets of Alda.
No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
It's true. He's not a zombie. I checked. You do seem to be hale and hearty. Which begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall?
Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice.
Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fella's current whereabouts.
Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance.
Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden, what said her most...
This knave assaulted a young woman as well. The audacity. I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the lady from the Saga. A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist?
Sure, why not?
Capital. It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away!
Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Tell me the lass's name, Wyman. Keeping that coin purse bulging, are we? They say the streets of Ulta are made of gold, but it's pies or gill that'll pave your way. Ahem. Thank you. Wayman believes it best if you assisted the inspector. Well, Barbara, you may as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspector. I know Yellow Moon. Yellow Moon. It's got some bad fashion sense. Unlike Celise Reborn over there. And me. I'm lovely. So take the Ethernet to the Weavers Guild. Save us the time and trouble of walking there. Nothing I actually care about going on in general. I'll stick on event. There. Hello. You don't understand me and I'm going too fast. You can see it there. Assuming you can read it. And here we are at the Weaver's Guild Dodge. And there is Yellowwood. It's a fine outfit, it just doesn't go with her skin or her hair. And her haircut's really abysmal, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Like, seriously. Darling. You need to grow your hair out a bit longer. You need to dye it a shade that works with your skin, okay? Like, that's the only place skin color matters, is matching colors, because colors go well with other colors. It's like if you throw a white dude in a big, loud purple suit, they look ridiculous. Throw a light-skinned black dude in there, it also looks ridiculous. Throw a dark-skinned black dude or a moderate-skinned black dude, or like a Native American guy, you know, someone whose skin is a little more brown than like the supermarket floor. They actually look really awesome. Vice versa, you shouldn't wear that shade of yellow if you don't look like a supermarket floor. It doesn't work. So I'm sure someone could be angry at me about that, but I'm just talking to my mother. I need to figure out a voice for Yellow Moon. My beloved pure heart was unlike anyone you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for a cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you?
A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call, and not beg the honor of championing her cause?
This Hildibrand voice is gonna murder me. What in the world?
I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells, the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart.
What he said.
And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side.
Yeah. Also listening to Wyman instead of running off.
Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft?
Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day, after I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum. I realized it was gone.
So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion. 2 Sunsilk tapestries.
Wow. Two Sunsilk's tapestries. Where exactly is that? That is... Oh, I think I got my first... shirt like this at Sunsilk Tapestries, actually. It was linen. Back when I was still a paladin. It's across from the plaza. So these Aetherite are not actually just like a game convenience, they're actually in the story. So fun little aside for the downtime as we poof over here. It's in this open area. I think they're all in open areas, like you need access to. No, the one in the Dravania isn't. Just found it. Never mind. But it's in kind of a secure location. I would not be surprised if Ulda was expecting, number one, maybe to be attacked, number two, the need to engineer this sort of opening view of its wealth and grandeur. Is this where I... Are you here? Indeed, where I... Yes. This... How nice. It's mostly Disciple of War stuff, so... I can't wear it anymore. Hello, Hildibrand.
Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question?
Oh, nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled.
If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum to see what you remember.
I used to be a paladin. I used to go to the Colosseum all the time. I'm taking the Aetherite because I'm on a walk. It's like around town. We can probably beat him. The Gladiators Guild is where the Colosseum is. A moment of nostalgia. Oh, they're outside the Colosseum. There's the Colosseum down there. Here we are at the Colosseum.
Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember.
Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious.
120 pounds? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it is so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion.
There sure are a lot of giant crates in Ilda. At the Weavers Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. What's this about crates, Ashley? These crates are everywhere, Barbara. I wonder what's inside. I don't see how we can open. Of course! I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun.
Kaboom! Perspiring man. Oh gods, have mercy. At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I will guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings, only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and a man, resenting her prowess while recognizing his weakness. He carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart.
Inspector, we found the pure heart. Those strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she replace an item from time to time, we collect it. For safekeeping, nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time, you've been stalking me? What nerve? Oh, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment.
Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course, that I had to inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile.
I sure hope that voice works.
Lest you've forgotten, this culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation were as great as you claim, you could have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you. With pleasure. You'd be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Huh? Where the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Where is she? There she is. Hi, Ellie. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you the identity of the victim. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. The Golden Bazaar. Back to Camp Drybone. And how's the recording doing? Okay. File size. Okay. 2 gigabytes, 46 minutes. That's fine. I love that horse Puffy Prime. Not return. That was a message card. Sadly, it's raining. You can't drive them. No matter. We have a flight on our magic unicorn. Over the Golden Bazaar. You are Humphrey, I take it? I need to drink of some water. What voice should this gentleman have? I am Humphrey. I am Humphrey, and you are? Oi. Oi, I'm Humphrey, and you are? It sounds a little cockney. I think I can do that. Oi, I'm Humphrey, and you are? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I'm told you're a victim of the marauding duelists. Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelists not long ago, but who he thought to find a whelp. He found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? Oh, that's amazing. Well, it's nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lou, we were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Elizer. Tell them how he lost and surrendered his sword that was not his own. I liar, scoundrel. I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, snivelling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if there's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy, you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright. He built the shite out of me and I took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the Chirurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what he don't have, unless you help me find the sword. That's what you people do, right? Help people. Have you no shame? First, you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will I, forsaking young Humphrey, help the man he wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. That blade was a rare and ancient relic. He can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily. Do all inspectors dress like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. Huh? We have some people to question. I'm gonna take it aside here and make sure my equipment's repaired. Don't mind that. Hello, Lululo. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Elizabeth of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution. Mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Trust a Lalafell to come up with that idea. Bye, Reese Rabbit. Vinegar.
Elazar's sword? It wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics.
And over here, buy Reese Rabbit. Buy Reese Rabbit.
Antique swords?
Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Joan is the one you want to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. There's Nashu being Nashu. Jojonpa. Hildibrand's over here. What did you say?
Yet what drives this man to always claim his opponent's weapons? Pride? No, it must be deeper than that.
Do you have something to say, Nashu? Nope. I think that other one might be on this quest line too, but skipping cutscenes. Jojonpa, merchant who is about to leave. Hello, Jojonpa. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword. At least, not one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, many wares I determine to be of dubious origins I immediately discard in the spring, east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe.
This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honourable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue the search for the genuine article.
Well, if there's a sword in the spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for common folk in Camp Drybone.
You should endeavour to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me, I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost.
This quest's name, in case you can't read it, is the Immaculate Deception. Get it? Because we're lying to the old man, and we're going to make his hair come out of nowhere. So it's like the Immaculate Conception, but based on lies and deceit. Well, Hildibrand,
it occurs to me I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it in a liberal application of salamander oil. That is, indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? And you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body.
seriously.
body is but an instrument in an occasional need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I were a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Ah, God, the pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Oh gods, yes, at last. My muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads, and the pain becomes pleasure. Right there, yes, keep doing that, just like that, just like... Yes, now once more with feeling.
This is some sort of sexual harassment.
Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good woman.
Search for anything of interest. We found a muddy petal. And a zombie.
I spy with my inspector's eye.
And a broken honey pot. And a muddy bottle. None of these are an ancient antique sword.
You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found?
Worthless bottle, useless rock, irrelevant potsherd. I'm helping.
No sign of the sword Jojon Pa mentioned, I see.
Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to?
Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. But I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of achoo!
Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ulda and fetch you some new ones.
How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more.
Yay, Elazar. Yay, Nashu, solving crime. Like, I'm picking up garbage. Hildibrand is being dumb. And Nashu's just like stumbling on the solutions every step of the way. You on the ground floor, Elazar? Yes, you are.
As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade.
Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God bless you, sir. I never thought you'd go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism's a rare trait these days.
'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken.
Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought you a change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane.
Excellent work, Nachu. If you would just bring me that case.
Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand?
There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering?
No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him.
A challenge? For me? Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge.
Oh, he's incredible. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He's exceptionally something. Oh, Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing. Hildibrand.
This is far from the strongest of swords. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies in the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Gentleman hero Hildibrand. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the bra. With my adverse colors' genius, I shall bring him to justice. Wait, you wish to deal with weapons, not wrists? The bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildibrand will return in the three collectors.
The signs of the fur. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of, no, it's gone. Never mind. Ta-da! 1 hour and 7 minutes. It's like an episode of a bad detective comedy. And they keep getting better / worse. Love you, Mom. I thought you'd like this quest line.